I mean, as I said, I didn't know where I was going when I started this story, but I knew I was starting, the first scene I wrote was the party scene, and this young woman feels that she doesn't quite belong. And I've always been fascinated by the idea of just how we idealize other people whom we know nothing about, just based on what we see. And, I did that at Brown. I looked at other writers and thought they had something I didn't have. And I think it's very easy, particularly when you're young, to think that the way to get something is to be like the people who have what you want to have. And so I enjoyed writing this character who's 25, but writing it with the perspective, in my 50s, that, she keeps drawing conclusions about people that she meets because of her own insecurities. And so I knew pretty early on, even before I really knew what the plot was going to be, that I wanted this young woman to kind of jump to conclusions about people, take the wrong steps to find the creative life she wants. Like, well, if I'm friends with this person, or I'm part of this crowd, or I sleep with this person, then I can be who I want to be. And just sort of realize that it's not the way she thinks it is. I mean, she even thinks she's seeing into this marriage because she works for a writer in his house, and he's there with his poet wife, and she thinks by being so close to them, she'll understand this literary soulmate marriage. But that you can never know what's going on in someone else's marriage, particularly a 25-year-old young woman. And even within the marriage, people don't always know what's going on in the marriage. So that sort of outsider looking in and thinking the world is one thing and then discovering it's not was something that kind of interested me throughout the book.